Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD. Today, Sunday, October 4th, 2020. It is 2:29 and 12 seconds a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is a continuation of my research on corona, so let's hop to it here. Some severe COVID-19 cases linked to genetic mutations or antibodies that attack the body. Date, September 24, 2020. Source, Howard Hughes Medical Institute. Summary. 2 new studies offer an explanation for why COVID-19 cases can be so variable. A subset of patients has mutations in key immunity genes. Other patients have autoantibodies that target the same components of the immune system. Both circumstances can contribute to severe forms of the disease. People infected by the novel coronavirus can have symptoms that range from mild to deadly. Now, 2 new analyses suggest that some life-threatening cases can be traced to weak spots in patients' immune systems. At least 3.5% of study patients with severe COVID-19, the disease caused by the novel coronavirus, have mutations in genes involved in antiviral defense. At least 10% of patients with severe disease create autoantibodies that attack the immune system instead of fighting the virus. The results, reported in 2 papers in the Journal of Science on September 24, 2020, identify some root causes of life-threatening COVID-19. Seeing these harmful antibodies in so many patients, 101 out of 987, was a stunning observation. The work has immediate implications for diagnostics and treatment. Researchers say if someone tests positive for the virus, they should absolutely be tested for the autoantibodies too. With medical follow-up, if those tests are positive, it is possible that removing such antibodies from the blood could ease symptoms of the disease. A research team in collaboration with clinicians around the world first began enrolling COVID-19 patients in their study in February. At the time, they were seeking young people with severe forms of the disease to investigate whether these patients might have underlying weaknesses in their immune systems that made them especially vulnerable to the virus. The plan was to scan patients' genomes, in particular a set of 13 genes involved in interferon immunity against influenza. In healthy people, interferon molecules act as the body's security system. They detect invading viruses and bacteria and sound the alarm, which brings other immune defenders to the scene. A research team has previously discovered genetic mutations that hinder interferon production and function. People with these mutations are more vulnerable to certain pathogens, including those that cause influenza. Finding similar mutations in people with COVID-19, the team thought could help doctors identify patients at risk of developing severe forms of the disease. It could also point to new directions for treatment. In March, a research team was aiming to enroll 500 patients with severe COVID-19 worldwide in their study. By August, they had more than 1,500, and they now have over 3,000. As the researchers began analyzing patient samples, they started to uncover harmful mutations in people young and old. The team found that 23 out of 659 patients studied carried errors in genes involved in producing antiviral interferons. Without a full complement of these antiviral defenders, COVID-19 patients wouldn't be able to fend off the virus, the researchers suspected. That thought sparked a new idea. Maybe other patients with severe COVID-19 also lacked interferons, but for a different reason. Maybe some patients' bodies were harming these molecules themselves. As in autoimmune disorders such as type 1 diabetes and rheumatoid arthritis, some patients might be making antibodies that target the body. That was a eureka moment for us. The team's analysis of 987 patients with life-threatening COVID-19 revealed just that. At least 101 of the patients had autoantibodies against an assortment of interferon proteins. These antibodies blocked interferon action and were not present in patients with mild COVID-19 cases, the researchers discovered. The vast majority, 94% of patients with harmful antibodies, were men. The team found men are more likely to develop severe forms of COVID-19, and this work offers one explanation for that gender variability. A research lab is now looking for the genetic driver behind those autoantibodies. They could be linked to mutations on the X chromosome. Such mutations might not affect women, because they have a second X chromosome to compensate for any defects in the first. But for men who carry only a single X, even small genetic errors can be consequential. Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD, on microbiology, bioinformatics, and computer science. Well, hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have a great day.